Okay, boys, it's been a while. I know, right? You guys are fiending for another Demir video in my DMs constantly, so here it is, right? And I've come back with an absolute banger for you. So, Reddit 2025 course. Today I'm going to be talking about part one is building your foundation. With this foundation, you will be able to run any of the methods that I'm going to teach you in the next video, or even create your own methods and run them. This foundation will just allow you to have the freedom to do whatever you want, right? Reddit is a fantastic stream of traffic if you're a beginner or if you're an existing agency owner looking to add 10 to 40K per month per model, right? Reddit's not going to take you to 100K unless you have multiple salary models, but Reddit is just a fantastic way to drive initial traffic to your mom's OnlyFans. That's what I'll be teaching you how to do. Two things I want to mention before we start the video is this video was recorded on one of those widescreen monitors, so the resolution is a little bit messed up, but you guys don't watch my content for the quality, you just watch it for the value anyways. And one more thing I want to mention is the free resources at the end of the video. I'm going to be giving you an Airtable sheet that allows you to track your farming progress, and it's just like a central hub for farming all of your Reddit accounts. I'm also going to be giving you a list of subreddits, a handful of niche subreddits for both farming and posting. And lastly, I'm going to be giving you an employee hiring guide, because you cannot run this system all by yourself, right? So that's it. Enough yapping, boys. Enjoy the video. So, table of contents. Why do you guys need to use Reddit? I'm going to discuss models and what types of models perform well on Reddit. Your foundation of your whole Reddit strategy. Proxys and Anti-Detect browsers. I'm going to talk about account types, web versus phone. Account creation, account farming. I'm going to talk about bans a little bit, how to avoid them, what causes bans, and profile setup, and then how to automate and scale your farm, because end of the day, you do not want to be sitting there 12 hours a day farming Reddit accounts. You can easily outsource it and scale your farm. A couple of free resources towards the end of the video, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about part two of this course, which is going to be the methods. So, first of all, why do you want to use Reddit? All right, a couple of pros. There's less competition now. A lot of the subreddits are quite dead. There's not too many people posting on there, and if they are, most of them don't know what they're doing. So, less competition. It's completely agency dependent, so all you need is a little bit of content from the model. You can repurpose that model, and all of the traffic that you generate is down to the agency. It's a solid foundation to any agency. Why? Because it's a good source of initial traffic. When you first launch a model, I know I mentioned this before, but Reddit is just a fantastic way to bring that initial traffic in. So we have different methods for initial traffic, for organic, if you want to take things a little bit slower. A lot of different ways to drive traffic and make money with Reddit. High lifetime value of the customer. These guys on Reddit are big spenders. They are non-stop. They are serial porn watchers, right? These boys are sitting on Reddit. They're scrolling this kind of content all day. They're subscribing to tons of OnlyFans models, and they're dropping a lot of money. So it's best to get in while you can, right? Someone's calling me. No, I'm busy. But yeah, 60% of Reddit users are male. 30% of Reddit users are male from USA, and I know the stats might be a little bit skewed. On Google, it says Reddit has 1 billion active monthly users. So I don't know how true that is, but it's definitely up there, right? There's a lot of people using it, and 30% of all the users are male from USA, so they're part of our target demographic. Obviously not all of them, but there's a lot of not safe for work pages and content on Reddit. So we have the majority of them are USA males. A couple of cons are capped earnings. You're not going to go from 0 to 100K a month with Reddit, just with Reddit alone. You can do if you have a lot of different models and they're all on salary, but in general, you're not going to go past 20, 40K per model per month. And it can be expensive, especially during testing and especially during starting up your whole operation. You're going to lose money here and there and testing out different things, but that's why I'm here making this video, make things a little bit easier for you guys. And Reddit is getting harder to run, but that's a good thing because you're getting less competition, right? So kind of a pro. And models, right? So big thing for you guys if you want to incorporate Reddit marketing to your agency is you need to have the correct model. So the ones that work best, in my opinion, my agency is primarily focused on girl next door type of vibe, right? Innocent looking girls. These perform very well on Reddit. If you have a big boobs girl, like massive boobs, that also performs very well on Reddit. Gamer girls, goths, dominatrix, findom, trans, and any other sort of fetish niche creators will all perform well on Reddit. If you just have a basic model, or if she's from Argentina or from South America and she just doesn't look that good, she's a 5 out of 10, you're not going to make that much money with Reddit. You might make 5K a month, but yeah, if you have one of these types of models, definitely start Reddit. Some models just don't perform well. Again, if you don't really have any of these types of creators, probably not a good idea for you. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about the foundation of your Reddit marketing. Number one thing that you guys need is a steady supply of accounts. So I'm going to talk a little bit about farming in this video, but if you're starting Reddit, you need to have a steady supply of accounts. It is not feasible. It's no longer feasible to just rely on buying farmed accounts because it's just too much money, and most likely the account's going to get banned, right? So you're paying $60 for a pre-farmed account, and the account's most likely going to go down if you don't know what you're doing. It's just a waste of money, right? So you need to have your own farm, boys. It's just essential, especially in 2025. You need a private proxy provider. 90% of your issues with Reddit, when it comes to getting banned, 90% of them are due to the proxy, right? You need a private supplier that only you have the access to the proxy, right? There's a lot of people that say it's a private proxy, like even GridPanel, all of those big mainstream sites for proxies are a no-go, especially with Reddit marketing. You need a private supplier, and if you guys want, I will hook you up with my private supplier. I personally use them, and we've never had any issues. Farming, whatever we're using the proxy for, it's very high quality. So I'll leave them in the description, and if enough of you guys buy from them, I get free proxies. So I use them personally. These guys are trusted. You can do your own testing. Very, very good, high quality proxy supplier. You need an anti-detect browser. You can use a couple of different ones. We prefer AdsPower. You can use AdsPower, Incogniton, whatever you want, right? But in my opinion, AdsPower is just the best out there at the moment. And referral link will be down below in the description. You need a good model, like I said already. You need a high quality team members. There's no way that you're running your whole Reddit operation from farming all the accounts, posting on multiple different accounts a day, upvoting, whatever you're doing. There's no way that you're going to be able to do that for a prolonged period of time if it's just you. You cannot be a one-man agency. So yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about team members, how to find quality ones. You need SOPs to give to those team members, and you need posting and tracking systems. If you're not tracking, you're slacking, boys. So this is going to be your foundation to your Reddit marketing. Next, I want to talk about a little bit about proxies and anti-detect. If your account's been banned, it's essential to use a proxy. So what do we use? We use AdsPower and the private proxy supplier that I have mentioned. If you don't want to use my supplier, I recommend going on Blackout World and trying to find a private proxy supplier. That way, you're going to need to do your testing, right? Some of them will say they're private, but they're not actually private. So you're going to need to do your own testing. You could expect to pay anywhere from $100 to $150 per month for a good private supplier. And mobile proxy, you can run up to 100 accounts, right? If you're planning to do a small, if your agency isn't that big, you just need one mobile proxy. It also depends on how many staff you have, but just as a rule of thumb, one mobile proxy, you can do 100 accounts plus, you should be good. Watch a video on proxy setup. I'm not going to show you how to do that. If you want to find your own supplier, Blackout World. Next, I'm going to talk about accounts, right? There's different types of accounts for Reddit. I don't want to talk about this too much because anytime I do mention buying accounts or any of that, the video goes down and it gets flagged. So I'm going to briefly go over this. But your posting requirements, to post on Reddit, you need 30 to 60 days old account, right? Around 2,000 post karma and 200 comment karma. This is what we get the farmers to farm up until the posters take over and start posting on the accounts. You'll get into 95% of subreddits with these requirements. So types of accounts, you have completely organic. These are accounts where you create the Gmail or you buy the Gmail, but you create the Reddit account with your own Gmail and your own username, right? These are organics. You can do organic blanks where you just buy blanks from a supplier, so you do not have to wait the 30 to 60 days age to start posting, because you can farm the karma in a couple days. 2 to 3 days, 2 to 5 days, you'll have enough karma. If you want, you can just do organic blanks to speed things up. And cracked blanks, I'll talk about a little bit about these, but cracked accounts are just a lot stronger. I don't want to go too into them because, again, I don't want the video getting taken down. But yeah, so for the pros and cons of organic accounts. Organic accounts are fully customizable. You can customize the username, whatever you want. It's going to increase your conversion a little bit because everything is just more congruent, right? Same username on the Reddit profile, same username on the OnlyFans account, less likely to be an agency running the account, right? And you're more likely to get verified in subreddits. So organic accounts are good for a strong organic profile. The cons are obviously you need to age them 30 to 60 days, and they are super fragile, especially in the beginning, easy to get banned. Whereas cracked accounts, they're stronger. You can post in a lot more subreddits a lot faster, and they're less likely to get banned. And they're already aged. So once you have farmed enough karma, in 2 to 3 days, you're good to go. You have accounts ready. You can start posting. A couple of cons is there's no username customization, and accounts can get pulled back with the cracks. The original owner can pull the account back. So yeah, it's not ideal, but this doesn't happen too often. It's quite rare. Next, I want to talk a little bit about web versus phones, right? So web farming, you need to do a longer warm-up and you're going to encounter more bans, whereas phones, you have a higher trust score, you're going to get less bans. What I recommend and what we do is all the farming on phones and then transfer to web when we are posting, for the posters to go ahead and post basically. So farm on the phones, transfer to web. With the phones, you can do it on iPhones, you can do it on Android. There's a lot of different ways to have your farm set up. So yeah, just decide which one you want to choose. Next is account creation. So if you're creating organic accounts, you need high quality Gmails. So the number one thing is you need a high quality proxy. So if you use my proxy provider, he is a high quality proxy. He supplies high quality proxies. Then you can test different Gmail providers, right? If you have a shit proxy, and then you don't know if it's the proxy or the Gmails that are getting flagged, right? So make sure you have a good proxy. Then you can test out different Gmail suppliers and see which one is better, right? Which accounts are staying alive longer. Mobile proxy, like I said, I already discussed it. You need to create a list of karma farming subs. Now, if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to be giving some free resources on this and a couple of other things. When you're farming, right, you have the option to go in text-based subreddits or image-based subreddits. Me personally, we like to do text-based subreddits because they're more scalable. Like you can farm so many more accounts on text-based because you don't have to keep spoofing the image, and it just eliminates that whole process. So if you can figure a good text farming system, this is going to be easier for you. If your operation isn't that big, you can just karma farm while spoofing images. And you need to take things slow, especially in the beginning. I'm going to give you guys like a little short SOP on how to do this after. A couple of guidelines for account farming is, this is kind of once you're down the line a little bit, but you want to do 5 to 10 comments maximum per day. This is not on day one. On day one, you're not leaving 5 to 10 comments. This is just in general. You're not going over this per day, right? Especially in the farming period. They need to be spaced out at least 30 minutes apart for each comment. Posts, 1 to 2 per day. Again, you're not doing this on day one. And you're not posting in the same subreddits all the time across all of your different accounts. Let's say you're farming 10 different accounts. Ideally, you want 10 different subreddits. Sometimes you can post 2 accounts in the same subreddit, but do not go over that. You're gonna get all of your accounts banned if you're just farming in the same subreddit, one subreddit. Upvotes, you want to upvote naturally while you're browsing. Any regular Reddit user is going to be leaving upvotes. They're not just scrolling and commenting, like spam commenting and scrolling again. Mimic real user behavior. This is probably the biggest thing, right? Replies. So what I mean by replies is when you make a post in a subreddit, you can reply to the comments of your post. Do not reply to every comment instantly. Wait a little bit and slowly reply, right? This is a good way of getting comment karma as well, by the way. Posting gap. So you want to wait at least 6 hours between posts and at least 30 minutes between comments. I know this just sounds like a pain in the ass right now, but this is what you have to do to have successful accounts and minimize bans. If you want to do a little bit quicker, you can do your own testing, but if you want to do it a little bit quicker, you can do your own testing. But personally, these are the kind of the limits that we do, right? As the account gets older, you can decrease these limits, but in the beginning, very, very important, you do not go past these limits. So when you're building out your system, this could be an example, right? Day one, you get the VA to rotate the proxy, you get the VA to check the IP, you get the VA to create the Anti-Detect browser, in this case it's AdsPower, warm up the browser cookies. So if you're doing organic, you need to warm up the profile first, right? No one's opening up their fresh new MacBook and creating a Reddit account straight away. And Reddit sees this, by the way. So you need to warm up the browser cookies a little bit. We like to go to like shopping websites, YouTube, TikTok, just any basic website, warm up the cookies for around 10 to 15 minutes before logging in or before creating the Reddit profile. You want to create the account with Gmail, again, high quality Gmail provider. No posting, simply scroll for 10, 20 minutes, mimic real user behavior. So that's day one. On day two, the VA will come on, rotate the proxy, check the IP, make sure it's rotated, open the profile that he's created yesterday, scroll 30 minutes, make one comment, scroll 10 minutes, and close the profile. Now, the reason we scroll after is we found this reduces bans too. So you're not instantly commenting and closing down the profile. You want to be mimicking real user, comment, scroll a little bit, and then close the profile. So this is how you'd build out your system. And then every day you're slowly increasing the amount of actions you do on the Reddit account. I will give you like a very basic system at the end of this call as well, or at the end of this video. Next, I want to talk about bans. So 90% of your issues with Reddit are coming from the proxy. You're using a bullshit proxy. It's not private. It's being used by many different people, right? So that is going to be 90% of your issues. Once you have a good quality proxy provider, these are the other things that can get you banned. So posting in the same subreddit with different accounts, posting too soon. You want to wait at least 24 hours between You want to wait at least 24 hours minimum after account creation to post, right? You don't want to post links too early. 15 days is really the minimum, and even after 15 days, we usually tend to post the link just before the posters take over and start posting on the account. You don't want to be writing long ass paragraphs or perfect comments, no grammar mistakes, no spelling mistakes as your first activity. Reddit will spot this, and it's trained to detect AI behavior, right? So you want to add a few little spelling mistakes, make it look like a real user. Don't use always capital letters, this kind of stuff, right? Acting like a bot. If you act like a bot, simple, you're just going to get banned. Do not have the VA. You want to be monitoring your employees as well. You do not want them to just scroll, and act like a bot. Click on a post, comment, scroll. You need it to look real and human-like. And don't be copying and pasting prompts from ChatGPT and posting on Reddit. You could probably get away with this with the cracked accounts, but it's just safer to manually type out all the comments, manually type out everything, just act like a real human. Posting and commenting and then immediately closing, like I said, this is just going to lead to a ban. Make sure they're doing some human interaction after completing the actions on the account. Next is profile setup. So you have a couple different things you can customize with the Reddit profile. It's going to be your nickname. For this, we just use the model's name and a cute emoji. You could also have a call to action here. Bio. What I recommend for you guys is find a couple of models that look similar to your creator, are in the same niche, and they're performing well. Maybe like a couple 100K karma or maybe even a couple million karma on the account. Check what their bio is. What's performing well for them, and then you can adjust, right? You can copy it, adjust a couple things to your own creator. Do not just copy and paste the bio directly. You will be banned most likely. Social links. So you have two options here. You can do the direct link to OnlyFans, or you can use a landing page. So I would recommend doing your own testing. If you do want a good landing page provider, we use Juicy Bio. The reason we use them is because they have traffic recovery. So when a user clicks on the link, they go to the OnlyFans profile, they can see, okay, it's $4 or $5 for the subscription. Maybe they don't want to buy straight away, right? When they go back, they are prompted, they go back, right? They're then offered a free trial link. So that's like the traffic recovery function on Juicy Bio. They are prompted with a free trial link. Then the fan can go through the free trial and spend more money, or you can catch them. You can get them to spend more money somehow, right? It's not just a lost fan. Once he goes to the profile, maybe he was expecting a free OnlyFans and it's $3. If he does decide to go back, then at least you have the option to give him a free trial. So we use Juicy Bio, and you can do direct link as well. But yeah, you will notice more bans with the direct link. Profile picture or avatar. We always use an avatar. It just saves us the extra piece of content that we need to use for profile picture. We just use an avatar and a banner. So with the banner, nothing too crazy. You could have a collage of your model. You could have like a, landscape picture of your model where it's longer, right? It's not the vertical picture, it's the long one. And get her lying down looking cute, put that as the banner. A couple different things you can do with the banner. Again, just take inspiration from other successful Reddit creators. Pin posts. So pin posts have changed in Reddit over the last year, right? Okay, I did not mean to do that. But pin posts, right? So before on Reddit, when you come onto a profile, you would see 4 pin posts. Now, what you see is you see the bio, you see the profile picture, the banner, and then you see the first pin post. So the first pin post, you guys can test different things out. It depends what method you're running. You could have a verification post, you could have an about me post, you could have a talking head video of the model speaking, incentivizing them to come to the OnlyFans, or you could have an online now. So what is the online now? It's like a post telling everybody that you're online now, you're home alone, whatever it might be, and the next 10 people to say hello get a surprise. This works well for the for a method that I'll share on the next video. That's profile setup. Next, guys, is automating and scaling your Reddit farm. So, end of the day, you do not want to be sitting there farming Reddit accounts for 10 hours a day. So hire a VA to farm for you, $2 per hour, write a simple SOP, and just get them to start doing the work. For $2 an hour, you're going to get, it's just going to free up so much of your time. You're not going to be there sitting on Reddit, scrolling, doing human activities. It's just not worth your time, right? So yeah, $2 per hour, hire a VA to farm for you. Okay, next is automating and scaling your Reddit farm. End of the day, guys, you do not want to be sitting there 10 hours a day fucking warming up accounts, right? It's just a waste of your time as the business owner. This is not a high ROI activity. So what you want to do is hire a VA to farm for you, $2 per hour. Find them on online jobs page. Do not find VAs in Telegram groups. They have just been through too many agencies, not being paid, fucking just slacking off. In my experience, online jobs PH has a lot higher level applicants when you do post your job. Obviously, there are some idiots in there too, but it's just a lot easier to screen them, and a lot of them are looking for long-term work, and yeah, they haven't been in the OF space before. So personally, I prefer online jobs PH. You need to screen your applicants, so run a couple of different tests on them. You can run an internet speed test, an English test, a typing test. This is done to make sure the VA is not lazy, right? You want to send them tests before they even get on the call with you or your team, and screen them first. If they're not willing to submit an English test and a speed test, then they're not even worth fucking hiring, right? So this will just burn through all of the shitty applicants, and you want to create an Airtable farming system. I have already done this for you, and I'll be giving it to you guys for free. So that's everything about automating scaling. Next is the free resources. For the free resources, what I will give you is a niched subreddit list. It's not going to be massive. In the past, I did give away a 10K list, but I'm guessing it wasn't super useful because there was no niches. Most of those subreddits you couldn't post in. So this time, I'm going to give you a handful of subreddits that are very good that you can post in and farm in, right? I'm going to be giving you a farming Airtable template, which I'll show you here in a second, and the hiring process. So I'm going to give you a job listing, tests, and more. I want to give you guys as much free value as I can. I'm just going to be honest with you, so you guys go ahead and some of you will join the program, right? You're going to like the free value, you're going to like me, and then you're going to join the program and scale your fucking agency. So I'm giving a lot of free resources away here. What you guys need to do is follow and DM me on Instagram with proof of a comment on this video and a like. Why am I doing this? Because last time I did it for my IG video, it blew up. It got like 10K views just from doing this. So if you guys comment on the video, like the video, I will give you all of these free resources. And let me talk a little bit about the Airtable farming template. All right, guys, so this is going to be the Airtable farming sheet. Let me explain how this works. So what you do, you can farm organics here, you can farm cracked blanks. How the cracked blanks work is you're going to buy a batch of accounts, you're going to dump all of the accounts in here, username and password. Sometimes they'll provide you with cookies, sometimes not, right? So this is just an overview of accounts. If an account gets banned, the VA will mark it as banned, and then you can see, okay, this is how many accounts we have banned right now, this is how many accounts we have active, did the account get pulled back, are the posts being removed? You can edit this, right? So it's going to be username, password, and if you want to change the login details, you can do so here, and input the details right here. Open account, this is going to open the username of your account. Okay, all of these are suspended. But yeah, you get the picture. This will just open the Reddit account. You can take a look at the farming, how it's going. Rotate proxy, like I just explained, you're going to input your own proxy rotation link here. And yeah, you can assign employees to certain accounts. Let's say you want fucking Demir working on 5 accounts. You would just assign him 5 accounts, right? You know that VA is working on those accounts. Notes, I'll explain this here in a second. You're going to get the VA to update the post karma and comment karma after every single account that they do, so you can track the karma requirements. The account provider will be here. You can just change this field. The proxy provider, if you're using multiple different proxies, and the account type should just be organic or blanks. Ready to post is when the account is ready to post. So once it's reached the required karma requirements, I need to update this. So 2,000 comment and 2,000 post karma, and has the account started posting yet. So what will a normal day look like for your VA? For your VA, he's going to come to day 1. So you can see on day 1, he needs to do 5 new accounts, so he's going to select these 5 accounts. He's going to go through them one by one. First, he's going to rotate the proxy, then he's going to create the Ads Power profile, he's going to log in with the username and password. After he's logged in, then he will select the creation date. So the creation date is going to be today, since he's logged in right now. And the notes. So what the notes are, on the side here, you can see what actions we need to perform every single day. Again, you can customize this. I've only filled out 4 days. It should only take you 4 days to complete your farming. It might take a little bit longer in some cases. But you can see for today, we need to scroll 10 minutes and we need to make 1 comment. This is for the cracks. For the organics, you would not make any comments on day 1. You can do your own testing and see if you want to add a comment or whatever. But for the cracks, right? Lost my train of thought. Where was I? Yes, so the VA is going to be doing 5 new accounts per day. He's logged into the Reddit account, so he'll set the creation date as today. For the notes, this is what I like to do. The VA needs to track every single action he makes on the Reddit account. Why is this done? So then you can come to your all accounts, you can come to your banned accounts and see, okay, this account is banned. Why is that? Let me read the notes. And the notes will mention every single action that was made on that Reddit account. So it would look like this, right? The VA is logged in. Then he will scroll for 10 minutes. Scroll and interact for 10 minutes. Again, mimicking real user behavior. Then he will, in this case, leave a comment because it's a cracked account. Leave a comment in or slash whatever it might be. Whatever subreddit you're farming karma on, it could be Ask Reddit. Then he will update the post karma and comment karma. Sometimes these blanks will have a little bit of karma already. And yeah, once he's completed all of the tasks for day 1, he also needs to scroll 10 minutes after the comment. Scroll 10 pins, and he closed the profile, right? Every single action is what's the fucking word? Every single action is tracked right here. So then, if you get a lot of accounts banned, you can come to the ban section and you can check the notes. Was there any similarities with the accounts that got banned? Was he only scrolling for 5 minutes? What kind of subreddits did he post in? You have the information here at least, right? You're tracking your progress and tracking everything that you do on the account. Let me unban this and show you again. So once he's done the actions, he's completed, he's added the post karma and the comment karma, then you'll mark day 1 as complete. Boom. So once day 1 is complete, it will automatically move to day 2. So here you can see that's the same account. Now he will not do any actions on this account today because it's the 6th of July. Once this is 1 day old, you can also add this in the Airtable. I haven't done that for you guys, but you can also filter through by date. But once the account is 1 day old, once it becomes the 7th, he knows, okay, we need to do these accounts for day 2. Let me just show you. So let's say the creation date is the same for these 2 accounts, right? And the VA is posted on all of them. Now for day 2, let's say it's tomorrow, it's the 7th of July. He sees, okay, these accounts were created on the 6th of July. Now is day 2. Now I can go ahead and continue with the day 2 action. So it's going to be scrolling 10 minutes, make 2 comments and 1 post. Once he's done all that, he's going to obviously add it in here into the notes. And then he's also going to check the box day 2 complete. What this does, it brings it into day 3, and you can see the actions for day 3. And also, once he's complete with all of that, and let's say the account has 2,500 post karma and it might have 300 comment karma. That is, reach the requirements to post. It's ready to post. He's going to click on this, and it's going to bring it into the farmed accounts, the ready account section. And then your posters are going to have access to this page. So anytime they need a new account, they can just come to the farmed accounts. You might have 20 accounts here ready to post, and he can just select the next one on the list. So very simple system for you and your VAs to track all the progress. You do not want to be going in manually to each fucking browser profile on Ads Power, checking if the karma is right. You just want to check it here quickly, or you can just check the VA and, okay, it has enough karma. Fuck. Been talking too much today, boys. It's been a long video and I've had to redo this part, right? So, where was I? Once the account's ready to post, click ready to post, and if it started posting, you're going to hit this box. That means the next poster knows, okay, this account's already posting, let me take the next account on the list. Hopefully that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, just message me or comment on the video. And yeah, that's it for the Reddit tracking. Fuck. What you doing? Wasting more time, huh?
What the fuck?
What, have you done any work today?
No, today's Sunday.
Oh, it doesn't matter what day it is. We're entrepreneurs, buddy.
But the creator has rested on the 7th.
Oh my god. Okay, guys, continuing on, before I was rudely interrupted, part 2 of the course is going to be building your strategy. So we have a couple different methods. Depends how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling generous, I'll give you guys a couple more. But we have a couple different methods for Reddit. And yeah, this is on part 2. If you guys want access to any of the free resources, follow, DM me, proof of comment and like, and you will receive all of these. It'll just save you a lot of headache, time, and money. So yeah, boys, if you want my full Reddit strategy, nothing hidden, then join the coaching, right? Link in the description. Text me on Instagram for access, Instagram and Telegram. If you have any questions, just ask me, right? If you have any questions on this video, comment it. I will reply to the comments. I know I don't reply to YouTube comments, but I'm going to reply to these ones, right? So that's it, boys. Look out for part 2 sometime this month. Peace out. Let's make some fucking money. Lock in, boys. See you guys on the next video.